All right, so my name is Kariuki Josphat. For those who are joining us for the very first time, I'm married to Piaros Cherotich, and together we are blessed with 4 young children. For the first timers, you are most welcome. This is an opportunity that will definitely add a lot of value to your lives. I remember Piaros and I started the business 12 years ago. 12 years ago. That time, Piaros was a high school teacher teaching sciences, physics, maths with the TSC. I was a full-time lecturer in the university here in Nairobi. And believe you me, and of course, if I have a minute, I will get back to this part of the story. Believe you me, 7 years ago, I was able to fire my boss. I mean, it's really exciting how the opportunity will help you to grow to that financial level where you can be your own boss. And so you enjoy both financial freedom and time freedom. And for that reason, I'm very privileged to be the one to share the opportunity with us. And thereafter, I'll be inviting a very, very, very special guest speaker, someone I personally always love listening to, a very successful lady. She was successful before I joined the opportunity, and so she was one of the greatest motivation. So I wanted to share the slides. If you allow me, I'll be sharing the slides. And there you go. So we are a team of entrepreneurs, people who want to achieve more in life. We are called Superstars team. Our mission is very simple: to help individuals, to help you to build your own business so that you can realize financial freedom, you travel the world, and you enjoy a better lifestyle in general. But first things first, what makes our opportunity very unique is the fact that we don't only focus on financial aspect, but also our health. You don't want to make all the money and you take that money to the hospital. You want, regardless of your age, to lead a very, very healthy life. And World Health Organization advises us that if you want to maintain a perfect health, then follow this wellness triangle, where, as you can see at the bottom, you manage your weight through physical activities, you take whole grains instead of refined ones. Then you take enough fruits and vegetables. Recommendation is 5 to 9 different colored fruits. Reduce on proteins, especially meat protein. Take 20 grams a day, that's enough. And avoid fats and sugars. If you must take sugar, then only 2 teaspoons. But what happens? Does this look like it's familiar? People have inverted the triangle so that what we are supposed to do more, we do less. What we're supposed to do less, we do more of it, like this lady here. So what is the repercussion of inverting the triangle like that? You know, we get these chronic diseases. I don't want to dwell on them. We all know that today, out of every 4 deaths, 3 are as a result of these, chronic diseases. Cancer, heart diseases like pressure, diabetes, stroke, name them. So many of them. But then all is not lost, because 64 years ago, this gentleman here, then he was a young boy of 19 years. Today he's in his 80s and in perfect health. Jerry Brasfield, he managed to start up Neolife International, a company that we'll be talking about in the sense that we partner with them. As a Superstars team, we partner with Neolife International for a perfect solution in terms of filling in the dietary gaps that we have seen up there. So it has been there for 64 years in over 57 countries. One would ask, how can a company be that, in existence for that long? It's simply because of the company's strong values. Think of this: absolute honesty and integrity. Someone says that integrity is so expensive that you cannot find it in cheap people. And that's very true. But Neolife and Superstars team, we uphold honesty and integrity absolutely. People are number one. We focus on people. Money is a byproduct. We focus on people to achieve their dreams, and therefore will automatically achieve ours. Products that work because they are scientifically researched by the scientists. You can see on the right-hand side, it's a body called SAB, Scientific Advisory Board. By the way, the founder of SAB happens to be the same founder of cancer chemotherapy, the late Dr. Arthur Fast. So we are talking of that level of scientists. Then equal opportunity for all. It doesn't matter your level of education, your age, and so on and so forth. As long as you have big dreams, then you are welcome to the opportunity. And then long-range vision is not something that you do today and tomorrow it's not there. Our children will still benefit from what we are doing today. So look at the solution that Neolife offers. Now, where we said that we take lots of whole grains, and we are not able to do that, they provide us with 3NN, whole grains packaged together so that your cells are well fed. And the effect of this is that you look younger for longer. I love that aspect. Then for fruits and vegetables, you fill in that dietary gap by use of carotenoid complex. Believe you me, when you use carotenoid complex for 20 days, your body immune system will go up by 37%. Isn't that amazing? That means that these opportunistic diseases that penetrate into our bodies because of weak immunity, they have no space. Then we have omega-3 salmon plus for the right oils that will clear inflammations in your body, joint challenges, and cholesterol and other. Finally, multi. Multi means many minerals and vitamins. So they take one multi, one salmon, one carotenoid, and one 3NN, they package together, as you can see up there, in that sachet. And then in this big box here, called Pro Vitality, they put in the 30 of these sachets in there. So that you have for a whole month. And the man, by the end of that month, you feel so energetic, very vibrant, and life is exciting. So when you take 3NN, the Pro Vitality as a pack, the triangle which was upside down is now the right side up. So you've filled in all those dietary gaps. And we have many other products, although we love focusing more on Pro Vitality, but we also have weight management. For those who want to manage your weight, you are welcome to enjoy these products. We also have other different categories. By the way, we do trainings on these products. So for now, we just want to give you a good overview of the high quality products that Neolife provides us with. And so that now it explains to you why our business really works. So we have a category called herbals. These are meant to fine-tune your hormones. For ladies, there is feminine herbal so that your hormones will remain balanced. You don't want to start getting issues as you advance in age. Some ladies are not able to get children because of hormonal imbalance. Others get, female-related cancers like breast cancer, cervical cancer, and other. Well, for men, we have masculine herbal. We also need to fine-tune our hormones as men so that a man remains as a man. And you avoid getting prostate cancer, among other challenges. Then we have organic golden home care products. These are natural detergents. This is what we are saying, dear friends. You've taken, you supplemented your diet. So you are perfectly okay from the inside. But even outside, don't bathe with chemicals. Don't wash your clothes with chemicals. We have all these organic stuff. So then we have age-defying skincare. I love this. Men have been accused of not bothering with their skin. And we also have skin as men. I am a fan of this age-defying organic skincare. They are so natural that they will make you to look youthful throughout. Who would want to look younger for longer in the fall? Everyone would. Why should you age as if you are competing with the dead? You want to disappear from this world so fast. It's good that you remain youthful throughout. So that is what the age-defying organic skincare will do for you. Then we have children products to invest in their health. I remember when I started, my house was like a chemist because of the way kids fall sick so often, and you buy so many drugs which affect their health finally. But today I don't have any of those drugs in my house because I've invested in the health of my children. Then we have farm care products for boosting our yields in our farms. The most famous one is called Super and Grow. Super and Grow will multiply your yields 3 times. Actually, the University of Nairobi confirmed that when they did their own independent research, 167% increase in the production. And you use it, it's a foliar, it's in liquid form, diluted, a very economical ratio of 1:1,000. And you use it in any crops. Men, should we get a hold of this product as Kenyans and we share the knowledge with as many farmers, we will never have food scarcity in our country. So very important. So I've just mentioned about the different categories. We have so many of products, in excess of 100 different ones. And when you use our products, you feel better, you live better, and you look better. And when that is done, then we can talk about financial and lifestyle success. Will you agree with me that the first session should be the most critical session of health? And now, how do you use those products, high quality products, and superstar team strategy to build your financial freedom and thereafter time freedom and enjoy lifestyle? Okay. We start by saying this. Let's focus on our dreams. Someone said some people die at 20 and they are buried at 70 or so. I mean, that is if your dreams die when you are 20 years old, then you are gone. It's only that you are walking around, but you are no longer existing. You will be buried at 70. So please, let's focus on our dreams. While we are alive, let's make sure we focus on our dreams and we pursue them. That is why God has kept you alive up to now. He's not done with you. Do you have a dream of enjoying financial freedom? This is where you belong. Do you want to drive these best machines? I can assure you from experience, it's very possible. Do you want to travel around the world with us? Oh my. I'll be mentioning later that from 8th to 11th of May next year, 8th to 11th of May next year, we'll be in the same plane with you, heading to Istanbul, Turkey for a lifestyle event to enjoy ourselves. But I will show you how you achieve all this. You want to build a very good home, this is the place to be. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you must first understand where you are standing at the moment and where you want to go for you to pave the way. I mean, for you to be able to draw a line connecting the two destinations. So this is cash flow quadrant, and we say that you are either in the employment quadrant, where you depend on an employer, you don't define how much you should be paid, you just accept what you are paid, or you go on strike and, you know, that kind of life. Then we have self-employed. These are people who start small businesses, and fortunately, they get double stress. I mean, it's so stressful when you start a small business, you are in charge of it, but it doesn't give you the returns that you expect. But on the right-hand side, we have big business builders. And this is where our business falls are done. The one I want now to show you moving forward. A big business that is scalable to keep on growing. A business that cannot be disrupted by pandemics like COVID-19. So amazing that our business exploded during the COVID-19 season. Then you become an investor if you are a big business builder. An investor is someone who doesn't work for money because money works for them. Who would want to move from the left-hand side of employees and self-employees to the right-hand side where you enjoy life? That is why we have the people who are called, you know, the guys who own Kenya. right? Everyone would want to move from the left to the right-hand side. So how does that work? We tell you, as I've mentioned severally, use Superstar's team strategy, and that's what I want to show you, and the New Life products that I've shown you, and you get all these things done for you. Imagine logistics like importation of products, distribution of the products, you know, sponsorships. We'll be discussing about this. This has to do with sharing the opportunity with others, touching lives of others, ordering the products. You are given an IT platform so that you can operate using your gadget from wherever you are. You don't have to travel from your house in the name of doing the business. So much is done for you, so that you partner directly with the company so that they give you an international license that you'll be using to build your business. When I talk of direct connection, please note that we don't have middlemen. We don't have advertisers, wholesalers, distributors, retailers. These guys would be paid too much money for doing nothing. They are not adding any value to the product. Yet you, as the consumer, you're the one paying them. So we scrap them off, and you're directly connected with the New Life International. So you can buy products directly, and the money that would be wasted in paying the middlemen, you and the company enjoy that money. Isn't that simple? But then you need a license. So you pay $92.80 to get a kit which has got an international license. I've told you we are in 57 countries. You get literature materials that explains to you about the products and the compensation plan, incentives, and so on and so forth. And by the way, amazing, you also get a proprietary pack. A proprietary pack with the 4 products for a whole month. If you were to buy this, it would cost you almost the $92.80, almost the $92.80. So you can see the money is coming back to you. You are given even your own website. So really the company is just supporting you to be your own boss and free delivery of the products anywhere. So let's now look at what is your work, because we work. In Superstars team, we work, but we don't work hard, we work smart. The first thing you do is to use the products, change your buying habits. Please don't go buying 7Cs when we have omega-3 salmon plus. Ours is cheaper and better. Don't go buying detergents which are chemicals from supermarket out there. Ours are organic, cheaper and better, and so on and so forth. So you get points wherever you buy products. Now, the second thing you do is you share the products with others. Don't be mean. There are so many people who want to feel more vibrant and energetic. Share these products with them. And what do you get out of that? You get points because every product is assigned points, and you get profits because when you are buying, the company gives you good discount, 25 to 33% discount on every product. So if it's for your own use, you enjoy the discount. If it's for a customer, then you get that as your profit. But the magic is in sharing the opportunity. Someone said, if you can help enough people to get what they want, then you'll automatically get what you want. So here, sharing the opportunity means telling other friends out there about this great opportunity. Those people want to build their own businesses and financial independence. So I'll be showing you how that translates to residual income, money that you'll be earning throughout your life because you did something one time. Now, the last thing is training. We offer training. We train you to be a successful entrepreneur. We are not interested with you joining and then we leave you. No, we are interested with you joining and then we mentor you through the process. So I tell people, come as you are. You might feel inadequate. You might feel like I am not a good business person. I don't know how to talk to people and so on and so forth. But we tell you, come as you are. As long as you have a willing heart to be taught, you are hungry for success, you are willing to be taught, and you are teachable, of course. That is what we call training, so that you get the right skills and personal development. Can I finish by showing you how, when you share the opportunity, you build such a massive business? That is you. Everything starts with you, by the way. Whether you think of success or failure, it all starts with you. A very good example, you are here so that you can make a brand new future starting with you. So you join us, you get the kit. But we say this, in the kit, there is one provitality. If you're a family person, you have a wife or husband, you need another pack. Of course, as you start a business, you need to have just a few more packs for potential customers. So when we say a kit plus 6, we are saying the provitality that you have in the kit plus 6 more provitalities so that you get started in business. And we said every product has got points. So by doing so, you have 252 points. You have already gotten into some payment. But before I go to payment, let's look at when you duplicate that to 3 people so that they also get a kit plus 6, each is getting 252 points. Now in total, those are 1,008 points. Now, this is the great news. You are not paid from your own points. You are paid from the entire organization, the 1,008 points. Isn't that amazing? Leveraging on numbers. So the next thing that I want you to look at is when we now duplicate that. So it means that you are 3 people will be having 1,008 points, and you have brought a new team which will also have 1,008 points. So that is how the structure looks. And the simple mathematics, that comes to 4,032 points in total. Remember, it's about your organization, not you. So if I were you and I want to build a very fast growing business, I would just tell friends who are also dreamers like myself that there is a great opportunity here. And as you do that, you grow to having 4,002 points, and you are called a director. As a director, you are earning between 50,000 to 90,000 Kenya shillings. Wow. Now, how much are you earning where you are working? We are saying continue working where you are working, but now come here and you get, let's even take the minimum 50,000 extra. There are people who do this in 2 months. In Superstars team, we tell you 2 months, 3 months is enough for you to be earning this kind of money. Of course, it depends on the agency that you have. So you also get a recognition pin and so many other benefits. You get New Life branded folder, leadership school invitation in 5-star hotels. Like next month, we'll be having one at Movenpick here in Nairobi, and you don't pay anything, the company pays, and so on and so forth. So in a nutshell, that is the Landa. There are these lower levels here for knowledge sake. When you just join us, distributor, manager, senior manager, executive manager. But what we want is you to get to director as your first starting major point. But now when you have one person in your team who is a director, you are called a Sapphire director, earning over 100,000 Kenya shillings per month. And these are the people we are traveling with to Turkey on the 8th of May next year. Will you be there? You might be in this call for the first time, but believe you me, on 8th you'll be in the same thing. When you have 3 directors in your team, you're called a Ruby director, earning over 200,000 Kenya shillings. And with 6 directors, you are called a president team member, earning more than 500,000. Now, guess what? All these things are so possible. By the way, God has given us, that equal chance that if you feel this is okay for you and it's possible, you pursue it, you get it. What you can perceive in your mind and conceive as a possibility, you achieve. And the contrast is also true. If you think you can't, then you can't, and you won't. For me and the PROs, when we were shown this opportunity, we didn't even ask why. We asked, why not? Yes, we had the full-time jobs, both of us, but we thought there's no harm in earning additional income. So 12 years ago, we got started. And now you can see the kind of transformation that we've been able to achieve. That time we were paying rent somewhere here, and we were still on foot. not having anything major to show. But from when we said yes, in less than 3 years, we were already president team members. This is our second home. You know, that is our second home. We have 2 homes in Nairobi, thanks to this opportunity. That's one of my machines there, the latest shape of Land Cruiser, just to show you possibilities. You know, that's our beautiful family there. We are excited. This is where my wife was brought up, in that grass-thatched house. Look at the house that we built for my in-laws, to just tell them, thank you so much for bringing us around, you know, and that is what you want. And as I've said, you are joining the best team. Superstars team is a team where we'll do all what we can to ensure that you succeed. Of course, I'm not saying that we will do the business for you, but we'll mentor you to do the business successfully. So we are being recognized as the #1 team in the entire Africa by the founder, Jerry Brasfield. That was in 2017. And for the lovers of lifestyle and travel, it all starts from director. You can see the directors there at Ole Sereni Hotel, Emaran here in Nairobi. The lower one is Sarova Stanley. All those are superstars team directors. You are the next. Then you go to Windsor Golf and Country Club when you become a Sapphire director. As a Ruby director, you'll be taken to Santon Sun. It's a gold-coated hotel in Johannesburg. I've been there more than 5-6 times, courtesy of this opportunity. Look at that, Victoria Falls in Zambia 2012. By the way, this gentleman, Charlie Barton, will be joining us next month on 22nd at KICC from South Africa. Don't miss. Come and see how you can build such a huge business and become a multi-millionaire like Charlie Barton. He has done it for 50 years. So we'll also be able to achieve that. We went to Dubai in 2013, Grand Hyatt, one of the best hotels in Dubai. Then we went to climb to the top of the tallest building. It's called Burj Khalifa, this tallest building in the world, Burj Khalifa. We were there with the founder, the CEO, enjoying ourselves. Then we went to Obai. It's an island in Indian Ocean, just showcasing the kind of lifestyle that awaits you. Look at us there with our leaders in Cape Town in 2017, and being given red carpet recognition. That's the beauty of this opportunity. They recognize you in our employment, in our jobs. Rarely do we get recognized. The best they do is to clap for you. Now, does that pay your school fees? Then Ferrari World, Yas Water World in Abu Dhabi, seeing the biggest mosque in the world. Oh my, being treated in a 7-star hotel, Emirates Palace, and the lifestyle continues and continues. Mauritius 2018, Mexico Los Cabos, 22 hours flight from JKIA. Oh, we were there celebrating 60 years, dining with the founder and the wife there, you can see up there. And life becomes so exciting. Went to Abu Dhabi again in 2019, even with my biological father. What else in life do you want? And the company, when they recognize you for good work, they give you a token of appreciation. 615,000 is a token of appreciation. You know, today you are perhaps feeling, wow, congratulations, Josphat and Dir. But within no time, it will be you. By the way, I tell people, celebrate others when they are being celebrated, because you are just preparing yourself to be celebrated next time. And as I've said, 8th to 11th of May, 2023, ladies and gentlemen, we shall be all enjoying lifestyle in the most exotic places in Istanbul, Turkey. The journey begins now. You say yes to the opportunity and you'll be there with us. So what do you need to do? Get started. Pay the 9280 Kenya shillings through the pay bill number there, 985650, account number, put your national ID, forward that message to the person who invited you here and ask them, how do I now get started after that? Don't procrastinate. Please don't do tomorrow what you can do today. Number one cause of failure is that people buy time. They say, I will, and they never. I want to pause at that, ladies and gentlemen, and take this privilege to bring on stage a lady who will give you an urgency to start this business. She's one of those ladies and leaders who have built such huge businesses. And if this lady doesn't motivate you to jump on, and those who are already on to do the business in a crazy way, then I don't think there's anything that can ever motivate you. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome, help me to welcome Margaret Amulavu. If Margaret, you can hear me, please, you can unmute yourself and you take it from there.
Thank you, Josphat. Are you able to see well?
Very well. We can see you clear there, shining.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Josphat and the Superstars team. It's always such a privilege and an honor to share on your platform. For those of you who are meeting me for the very first time, my name is Margaret Amulavu. And before this opportunity of health and wellness, I work for an international bank. And after working for this bank for 8.5 years, I a very hectic job. The earliest I got home was midnight, and we were directed to the ATMs, and so the retrenched people, they offer people early retirement. And so the was midnight. They made it variable. They gave me very good salary. True, because he never used to see me. And it really got me concerned. Then the other thing is that I do come from a very mixed background. And my father is a Kenyan, my mother is a Malawian. And then I am married to Charles, who is from a different part of Kenya, the western part of Kenya. And I just thought my in-laws hearing this story from my son would think that I'm as confused in my life as I am in my background. And with those two reasons, when I got a second born, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna leave this job. But one of the things I never, ever regret having gone to the bank is where I met my husband, Charles, a very supportive man. And now, times I say maybe I went to the bank to just get a husband. Because I say supportive, because the time I decided to resign was the most inappropriate time. We had just gotten our second born. And remember, we had responsibility made a decision one day, 3 p.m. I never forget, 1996, 30th September. I wrote my resignation letter, took it to Human Resource, they stamped, and I took to Charles a copy. And I said, you know what, I've stopped working, and from today, you're going to be our breadwinner. A normal man should have actually thrown me out because I left him with such huge financial responsibilities, but this guy didn't do it. So, and I always thank God for him. So sometimes I just say, maybe I went to the bank to get a husband. So for me, this opportunity came a year after I'd left the bank, and I was already at home. And I wasn't happy when I went, oh, I'm going to be an ex-parent. You know, parenting names just change along the way, but you'll never be an ex-parent. You can be an ex-employee, anything else, but never an ex-parent. And so I wanted my the values that I have. And I knew that the person they spent were twins. We are 8 of us. And so I think that was a bit heavy for Dad. And so I knew I needed to be at home. But being at home and without money was frustrating. There are days I wanted to change the meal and maybe I couldn't. It will depend on whether Charles has money or not. There are times I wanted to change my clothes. You know, men, I tell them they don't understand women. We want a dress for every occasion because you find a lady saying, imagine I have no clothes to wear, and you're looking, a whole wardrobe is full of clothes. As we want a new dress for every new thing we have, every single day. You know, I say men can wear the same suit Monday to Friday. That will not happen with a woman. The dress I wore yesterday, today. And so I had those challenges I couldn't even turn. And I remember telling, you know what, just give me 2 things. I want a business I can do from home, and it should not be more than 15,000 Kenya shillings or $150, because that's the only money I had, and not only with me, it was actually in a cooperative society. The money that I had in a bank is 20 Kenya shillings. They're thinking, but you are a banker. Apparently managers, because we don't understand finance. So the day I was invited, a neighbor of mine who had worked with in the bank, for her, she had reached retirement age. One day she told me there's a business you can do from home. You'll be able to be mentored. You can earn foreign currency. You can even travel. The bit of traveling and foreign currency I knew was a lie. Because having worked in the bank at my time, if you came with foreign currency, you surrendered it at the airport. We had a special foreign currency department. When you wanted foreign currency, you had to apply to central bank almost for a month. And so I couldn't say where the money comes. Then for traveling, I'm thinking, what do you do in a house to take me and drop me home? She took me to a presentation which I attended, and I was very skeptical, I must say. But in that room, when I walked in, I saw two very prominent women. I saw Lupita's mother, who I got to know is Dorothy Nyong'o. I didn't know her name, I only knew her face. And I also told Kiraito Morungi's wife, she's Priscilla. And these two ladies, I knew them the days of the government we had then, their especially. And so I looked at it and I said, if these two women at this meeting, then this could be something, especially I said, there must be money. The presenter of the day was a priest, a pastor, and I thought it was a pastor doing in a business. So I thought either this business is wrong or the pastor is wrong. Because in my days, a pastor was only for the church. So this thing of a pastor is also his preaching and is also business. Did not really speak about language in our family. We are married to different places. And he sent us some photos from there. So I had an idea of what Cape Town looks like. So when this guy says that he has a house there, and I'm thinking, gosh, she doesn't even get a salary. That really got my attention. And then, of course, there were the stories of these two ladies. One said that you had been tired, chronic fatigue, and that was very relative to me. Because in the bank, one of the things I suffered from was chronic fatigue, forever tired. I mean, in our house upstairs, I couldn't even go and change. Because if I go up, I've gone up, and if I come down, I've come down. It was just that much. So I could relate with that. Anyway, at the end of the presentation, I said I had nothing to lose. So I decided to start up. And what I remember is that when I joined initially, I wasn't really serious. I was just looking for something to do. I felt that I can't do that. I even sold a biro. So I remember taking this, but I don't do this because I sold anything. In my head, I thought this thing is about selling. But I want to tell you that at 6 months after we joined this business, we got a very unfortunate accident. And I lost the second child who had actually made me. And we first below the net clip, and I lost that child. And so it was a very devastating time for me because I've left a bank job. I no longer have a child. I can't go back to a job because the days I didn't want to talk to anybody. In fact, if my husband and my son said they wanted to eat, I thought something was really wrong with them. And I'm thinking, you two are still thinking of feeding. I can't even put my life together. But for me, that is when the business actually did start. Because when us guys started off, we had a pack that had got the 3 ranges that Kariuki has very well shared. We had cleaning products or the golden products. We had the skincare, nutrients today, and we had the health products, the food supplements. The health products did not look appealing to me. I said, I'm not a doctor. Secondly, I'm not sick because I left the bank before I was 30. So I didn't see what I needed these supplements for. The skincare, I'd seen too many Kenyan women who are dark one month and the following month, they're so bright. And then they come up with skin issues, cancers, kidney. And I just thought I don't want to do anything with my skin. But the cleaning products, I understood very well and I was very comfortable. In fact, I remember the first product I used was Super 10, an amazing, amazing product. And it's a stain remover. And at the time we started life, of course, we started just basic life. We had a burner that was 2 burners and a stove. And this stove, we had put it somewhere in the store. And this store had a white wall. And I remember the soot from the stove, the whole wall was who have a mentor and people who now know that it can be done. I didn't have a mentor because the lady introduced me was only like a week older than I was. But because of that literature that Kariuki says is found in the park, I made it my responsibility to actually read every morning. And one day I read about this super 10 at about 10 p.m. and I mixed it in the ratios they said. And I decided I'm going to try it on this wall. And I'll never forget what I saw. I just sprayed and all this black soot just comes down. You just spray and it all comes down. And I thought, what, this is so amazing. I remember from 10, I slept at 2 p.m. because I was so excited. I didn't even realize the time. And so the cleaning products for me in the beginning were the thing that for me really got my attention. But when I lost that child, I decided to look at the health products because they said that they needed the good for stress. And it was really, really difficult for me. And so I put myself on the complex. Ladies and gentlemen on the call, I want to tell you that I did not go into depression. And for me, that's actually where this business started. I did not understand what are these things they are saying they're not medicine, that have actually taken me through a very difficult time. And I was able to live on. And so from, especially the food supplements, because I didn't see how I didn't get depressed. I've been in depression before, that would be a story for another day. And so I know what depression was. And this was a more serious thing of losing a child. I mean, you can't bring them back to life. And so that is how it happened. And so for me, that challenge is actually where my business got started. And I want to tell you that where I was making an income of $500, which is about 50,000 Kenya shillings. And when I made that money, that for me was really amazing. Because in the bank, that kind of money I would have gotten it if I took a loan. Because I think in the bank, the maximum I ever earned was $250. That's the maximum I earned of 25,000. So this 50,000, and I just said, you know what, it means that if I put in just a little bit more, then this is actually going to work. And so I decided, you know what, I think I can get more serious. A year down the line, the income went to $1,000, which is 100,000 shillings, $1,000. And it is then I decided that I'll never go back to a job. So I want to tell you that I've done this business for the last 25 years. That's quarter a century. I have no regrets. It's the best decision I ever made. And I want to tell you, my life has totally, totally changed. And one of the things I enjoyed is bringing up the children. So that boy who was 5 years when I left the bank turns 30 in another month. And God is very gracious. He gave us another daughter 5 years after we lost the girl. And the birthday between these two girls is one day. Same month, one day. The late girl was born on May 24th, and our daughter Angela, who just turned 20 in May, was born on May 23rd. So God is amazing and it can do great and one, and I really know them. But for me, the products really did make a difference. And the biggest difference I actually saw is in our daughter, who's now turned 20 in May. I started giving her the food supplements, omega-3 especially, salmon oil plus, at 3 days old, 3 days. And I've given her supplement every day for the last 20 years. At one point, she actually skipped 2 classes. So she was finishing Form 4 at about 16 because she had skipped classes. Because when we changed schools, they said she was too bright for the classes that we thought she should go into. Count 10 hospital visits. Personally, the health products have helped me a lot. I haven't seen a doctor in the last 25 years. I've just turned 55. I don't feel anything. In fact, I have to look at my ID to realize my age. I wake up as early as 4:30. I sleep at 11, and I don't have any health challenge. I don't have a sugar issue. I don't have pressure. I don't have diabetes. For the ladies on the call, I still have my cycle. I can still get a child at 55, and maybe a doctor on the call should tell me when this thing is all going to stop. So it's amazing. I mean, I feel healthy. I don't feel the challenges. When it comes to money, there is nothing as good as you've got time and money. Because there's a paradox. When you've got time, you don't have money. When you've got money, you don't have time. I managed to have the two, and there is nothing as good as that. In this, to work from, who to work with, what hours. When I want to take leave, I don't have to leave to fill a leave form. And you know, I tell people that a holiday, like the holidays that we have that are called public holidays, my dear, those are not holidays. That's why they are called public. Your holiday is when you decide, you know what, next week I'm going to go and I'm going to close shop and I'm going to go until another week and nobody's asking you when you're coming back. And I want to tell, maybe you're thinking you've got a business. You don't have a business if you have to open and close. We say you have a business if you can go for 6 months and nobody needs to call you up and still earn money. And I remember that our first trip was in 2004. We went to Mauritius. Oh, an amazing place and heaven on earth. I never forget that trip. We were received at the airport with flowers and juice. And we had these Mauritian ladies dancing. We had a red carpet reception. We went to a 7-star hotel, the Sugar Beach Hotel. It had a swimming pool in the middle of the dance. We had a dancing floor. The middle of the pool. And so if you dance badly, you could go into the water, the ocean. Man, Mauritius is so beautiful. In Mauritius, if a phone gets stolen, that is news. And so that was just one of the most trips, you know, like I ever had. And then I go to your house. We were able to see where the two oceans meet and the water does not even mix. One side is bluish, another one is greenish because one is fresh water, the other one is salty, and the two don't mix. Oh man, Cape Town, an amazing, amazing place. In South Africa, their lanes are 12, 6 on each side. You can't even cross a road. And oh man, was just another amazing place, beautiful, beautiful place. And I remember I just thought that if I didn't join this business, where would I be traveling to? With who to do what? And so I remember Cape Town for me, very, very amazing. And I do remember in Cape Town, because of like imagine, which business do you do? And it grows while you're away. So this business, in fact, during COVID, you've understood it better because we are where we are now. I mean, all of us are at home somewhere in a place and we are all on this meeting. So that is what this business can do for you. 2009, we went to Durban. Durban, another very amazing place. And what I remember in Durban was the food. Durban is more Indian based, and that's where we call KwaZulu-Natal, called a very nice wrecked ship kind of a place. And it was called Chaka place. So I saw elephant fish. I mean, they got those features looking like an elephant, like a lion. I remember seeing the starfish. Remember seeing devilfish, which had 7 heads. Amazing things. And so, you know, those trips for me were life-changing. The other very significant trip I remember is London 2008. The company was celebrating 50 years. And again, in London, we went and stayed for a whole month. I remember using the under-train trains. Which are the bullet trains, a place like Kakamega, where here we take about. The most amazing thing I remember is London. Is you want to see organization, go to London. Everything runs on the clock. And the thing that I remember in London was a Thames River channel that was 6 kilometers underground in a river, but it's a road. And so as you drive through, you can feel some water flowing up. And I mean, that was just so amazing. So when you travel, your mindset changes and you understand things. The one thing I never forget is London. I understood very many things. When we were traveling to London, it was around June, and we were told it's summer. And you see, the geography you do in school doesn't make sense until you travel. Like in summer, they say there are long days and short nights. What that means is that in summer, the sun rises as early as 4 a.m. It's bright already at 4 a.m. And the sun sets up at 11 p.m. So you actually need to look at your clock to sleep. During winter, we call it long nights and short days. It's as dark as early as 4 p.m. At 4 p.m., it looks like 8 o'clock our time. And it goes all the way that way until almost 10 o'clock the following day. So you've got a very long period of darkness. And so when we went to London, it was around June, supposed to be winter. But I talked to somebody and they said it's actually very cold. And so I remember going to buy a bag to carry some things with me. And one of the things when you travel, you need what we call a hand luggage. So you need to carry a bag with some clothes because when you travel, your luggage can actually get lost. And I remember the time we went to London, we had this fashion thing of big bags. You know, we like fashion. And so I have a friend who used to import things from Turkey. I went and I said, you know, I need a big bag because I understood I need to carry hand luggage in case my luggage gets lost. And so I went to buy a big bag. Then at the same time, I met a friend of mine, a common friend who also came for a big bag. And she said, you know what, I want to buy a big bag because it's fashion. And so this friend of mine who bought a big bag, she asked the lady who was selling to us, our friend, and said, so what do I put in this bag? She said, don't worry, it's fashion. Put even newspapers, provided it gets filled up. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, when I went to London, why they carry big bags? Their weather is, let me say, not horrible, pathetic. In the morning, it's raining cats and dogs. You need a coat, you need an umbrella, you need boots, you need heavy clothes. It's raining cats and dogs. By 12 noon, it is so hot, you need to remove those clothes and put them in the bag and wear the lighter ones. So do you understand why they were carrying big bags? So that thing made me feel this copy and pasting of things on screen and following fashion don't work. So it made me really understand, like, why do you do what you do? So I understood a lot of things about the white person and why they behave the way they do. And about timing, everything in London, like I said, person in my life. The people who used to work with me, they look at me and they think I am, some people refer to me as a doctor, but I'm not a doctor trained, but I'm a doctor with Neola because of, I understand health very, very well. On one medicine at 85, because I made sure that he's on the path for vitality. Every single month he has to take it. So at 85, he's not on any medication. He can still drive from Machakos, where he comes from, to Nairobi. And so it's been an amazing time. But the most important thing I want to say is that you can change your life. And if you're on this call and you're the kind of person you're saying, you know what, I don't like how I live. I'm disgusted. I'm fed up of eating the same food. I'm fed up of wearing the same clothes for the ladies. In fact, sometimes we used to call them Sunday best because that's the only outfit you wear. I think I'd gotten to a point in my life where if I wore a dress, you knew me from the back because you knew that's Margaret because that's the dress she wears for functions. And one of the things that are amazing in this business, I'm able to change my clothes every single year, everything, the whole unit, everything, I'm able to change them through this opportunity. The other thing is that I've understood, like I said, health. So I'm a very healthy person. And recently, one of the things that happened to me that I must share, I just got to about 96 kilos about in 2019. I just became a bit careless and I was like 96 kilos. And I want to tell you right now, as we are talking, I moved from a size 20 to a size 12. I lost 8 dry sizes. And I'm telling you that story of mine is really doing well. So I tell people in your life, we don't sell products, we sell results because the products work. So the thing is not does the business work, is it really work the business? And then the other thing, I've grown as a person. You know, sometimes I talk and people think I was born talking, not true. I remember the first time I ever talked on the products during training. I spoke for just 5 minutes. I remember it was on the 5th of July, 1997 at a training we did, and I could not speak for 5 minutes. I spoke about Amitone. I remember, I think I gave 3-4 points and sat down. But today I tell you, I can talk and talk about products. You can write notes without me referring anywhere. I've literally used all the Neolife products. In fact, if they launch a product, I must get it that very day. When a new product came called CoQ10 came, I remember they did a raffle and somebody in the room won. You know, I got him to sell me half the product because I have to take it before I go. So Mimi, I'm a product of the product. You cannot be selling something which you don't believe in. You've got to use it until it becomes a product of the product. And I can tell you stories and stories about each and every product that we have in Neolife. But what I want to say is that our life has totally changed. 2 of the dreams I had when I came into the business, after we lost the child, I realized maybe it was the car that we were driving that was a problem. And I decided, you know what, we need a good car. We need a machine, a car with a surname. And I decided that I wanted us to have a BMW. I went and got a picture, put it in the sitting room, and every friend who came said, what's this picture doing in the middle of the the sitting room so big. And I said, this is a car we're going to color. And one of the things about a BM, it's got what we call a central system. It cannot roll. It's got side impact bars, so you cannot get hit. Even if you got hit, the side bars protect you. It's only the outside that gets damaged. Of course, the airbags are there. It really holds the ground very well. You can tell the difference between a BM and all the other cars. And I want to tell you, those cars, the BMs and the machines, are for people who are poor. Because a BM, you don't replace anything in 30 years. That's quite something. So some of us are buying some BMs every year, because the car you have every year, you're changing things. So in 30 years, you've bought several BMs. So why don't you just buy one that is worth your life? So that was one of our big dreams. The other big dream I had after traveling around the world, I wanted to always take our children with us. And I remember in 2017, I was able to take our daughter, who was then 16, and our son was 26. And I was able to go with them to South Africa for a whole month. And so if you talk to my daughter, she'll talk to you about strange things, because she's a different. And I know that it's only us who can achieve karaoke, and those of us who are distributors. I just want you to know you can change your life if you take up what we have. And you know what? If you don't make a choice, somebody else will. So either decide that this is the life you want, or you live somebody else's life. The other thing is that you can achieve. All dreams are valid. The most recent thing I did, in May is I bought myself a car. So my husband has his car and I have my car. And it's amazing the freedom that your own car gives you. You know, before I used to feel like people have two cars, show off. Why do you need two cars and you live in the same house? But I realized we've got different programs. You want to do different things at different times. And then this thing of going for a chamora meeting and the guy tells you time is up, calls you, you're late, or you go shopping, you know, ladies, we take quite a while and the men don't understand. And so that freedom to be able to have my own car is really, really amazing. So I'm able to do a lot more with that car. And then I want to say that having finances, so I've been able to bring up my children and I'm not struggling financially. I'm able to change meals. I'm able to buy for them what they want. I'm able to take care of myself. And then recently, now that I'm 55, I've decided that the second half of my life, I'm going to travel the world. So in the last 3 months, I've gone to 3 countries. And in September, October, I go to Congo. And so it's amazing. So that's my second half of life. Every 2 months, I'm in a different destination. And so it's amazing. Now, what do you need to do in this business for it to work? As I conclude, one, you need to have a dream. Why are you alive? Who will know you lived? It's the only sign that you are ever alive with the tomb. That shows Margaret born in which year and died another, whichever year. There's a dash there. What's that dash gonna have? You know, some of us, even our neighbors, don't know you because you've never touched a life. This opportunity will help you to live what we call a legacy. In fact, one of the most joyous things for me this year is that my daughter, who's 20, joined me. So when we say that the business will go to the next generation, it's already happening for me, and that's amazing. I mean, if you are a teacher or a lawyer or a doctor, unless your son or daughter takes up that profession, most of the professions die with the owner. So this is the kind of business you can pass on. So I'm looking forward to another 10, 20 years when I've got great-grandchildren and they're saying, you know what, we enjoy our business because our grandmother started. So why are you alive? Why do you still breathe? Why do you wake up in the morning? So you need to have a dream or a vision. The other thing, you need to be sick and tired of your life, a burning desire. You're so fed up that you'll do anything and everything. Why are people driving when you're walking? Why are people changing their foods? Why are flights full and you're still walking? You know, sometimes people say, you know, I don't want to take a plane because it can crash. It is true, it can crash. But the accident caused by a plane in 10 years is caused by cars every year. So which is safer, the plane? So just you don't have money and we are showing you how to have the money. Why should you be going to Ushago for holiday instead of going somewhere else? You know, I know Kenyan men are very famous for taking us up country because up country, the water is from the river, the wood is from the forest. So there are no expenses. We are saying, you know what, why can't you for once just take us to Mombasa, or better still take us to another country, because it is possible. Then you need to have faith. And I know we don't have a problem with having faith in God, but we have a big problem in having faith in ourselves. How many of us put on the alarm clock at night? Who told you you're going to wake up? So that same faith, you put on the alarm and say, I'm going to wake up tomorrow, do the same. And I know we all have faith. When you're unwell, you go and see a doctor you've never seen, who writes a prescription in a language you don't understand. You go to a chemist, we give you medicine you know nothing about. They tell you take 3 times a day, you take and you have faith, you'll heal. Just come with that faith and we're going to show you what to do. Then also you need to work. In our business, our work is talking to people. And you know, we're always talking, but what are you talking? You know, I know that in the last 1 month or so, people have talked a lot of politics and I don't know how much that has put money into your pocket. Well, change your language, change what you talk about and put money in your pocket. And you know, God is very, very amazing. He's given each of us something. You know, when Mariga kicks a football, he makes money. When some of us talk, we make money. You have something natural that you have with you that when you use, you can make money. So we are saying, train your mouth to give you funds, not just talking anything. And you know what you need to talk? You just need water to have enough saliva. And that's for free. So we are saying capital is in your mouth, because some people say, I don't have money. Actually, the capital you need is your mouth, which you already have. So change your talk and make money. And also saying, change your shopping habits and make money. Because in this business, it's like you buy products and you're paid for using them. And then you do it with friends. And then finally, you need to take action. And you know, action, nobody can actually do it for you. This is the one thing you've got to do for yourself. You know, if you got so pressed and I went to the loo, you'll not get relief. So that's one of the things you've got to decide. And you see, today, if you don't decide, somebody else will decide, and you've got to live that life. And if you're a distributor on this call, I want to tell you the business works without a doubt. What would I be doing here for 25 years if it did not work? So the question today is not, does the business work? The question is, will I work the business? And then you need discipline and consistency. Some of us do a lot one day, then we sleep for another 6 months, a lot one day. I want to tell you the things that you've been consistent, you know, try and not breathe tomorrow or the next second and see what happens to you. So if you want to succeed in this business, be consistent. Then finally, relate with people who are where you want to be. You know, you'll be from this great presentation and you'll go and consult a friend who knows nothing about what you're talking about. You cannot ask a guy who has only driven a motorbike all his life if you can drive a car. Of course, they'll say no because that's their experience. Consult the person who is where you want to be, and I can tell you that it will work wonders and miracles. Then there's social capital. I mean, the Kariukis and the many people on this call, I didn't know them before this business. I've got friends all over the world, and I can travel to any part where Neo Life is in the 55 countries, and I can tell you I cannot get stranded. And that is amazing. Social capital, you cannot even pay for it. And you know, I say that if the only way you make money is by being paid cash, you are a very poor person. It means there's something, cash, I mean, is limited. So you need other people around you. And then as I finish, I want to tell you, God gave you two ends, one to think with and one to sit on. The end you use the most will determine how far you go. So if you're the person who is saying, you know what, I want my life to count. I want somebody to know I lived one day. You know, when you go to South Africa, Madiba or Mandela is so famous. There's statues all over that place. I don't know who knows you and what you're doing about it. Thank you, Kariuki and Pieros, for hosting me. And I hope a word I've said has encouraged somebody. And if you're a distributor on this call, let's make this business work. It can work. And let's meet in the beaches of the world. I'm looking forward to going to Turkey next year, because I've got a brother who lives in Spain, married to a Spaniard. Like I said, I got family all over. And so this business pays for me tickets to visit family for free. Thank you so much, Kariuki, for having me. And God bless you and have an excellent evening. Thank you so much.
Wow, that's just too hot. Thank you so much, Margaret. Team, there you are. I mean, really challenging, especially to take action, and also challenging that you've done it for 25 years. You know, when you say a quarter of century, it actually rings very clearly that one can really build such a long-term business. Thank you so much, Amulavu. Team, we have every reason to get started. Let's start. Even if you are just going to achieve a quarter of what we have promised you, ladies and gentlemen, you have achieved too much. Thank you so much again, Margaret, for your precious time. It's always our pleasure to have you. And thank you for challenging us to get into our full potential. So we will not go beyond that. This time, I just want to ask our dear guests, after thanking you so much for being here, kindly get in touch with the person who took their time to invite you, and you ask them, how do I start now? 1 year from today, ladies and gentlemen, you either regret that you didn't start, or you celebrate that you started. Which one do you want to do? That's a personal decision. We cannot make it for you, but whichever decision you make, we will appreciate. And should you make the decision of joining us, Superstars team, then we'll work with you, we'll enjoy life together, and we change the world into a better one. Thank you so much, guys. God bless you. Have a lovely weekend, and see you in the beaches of the world. You'll be there to be seen.